Hey guys, I hope you're having a spectacular week. What you are seeing is the mouth of my 16 by 24 heat press. So as you recall, last week I did a size comparison video between the 15 by 15 size and then of course my 16 by 24, which is what I'm currently using right now. So I wanted to do a more in-depth review on this particular heat press because it's hot. Because as you recall, my 16 by 20 heat press went down and I repurchased from the same people, but just a bigger size. So I just wanted to give my my thoughts on this heat press, as well as some pros, some cons, and just a kind of a more detailed review on the ePhoto Ink heat press. I was saying ePhotonic. Can't believe it. So let's get into it. So as you can clearly see, this is a clamshell heat press. So it doesn't swivel at the bottom. It just opens up just like this. And as you can see, here's all the mechanics, like the lift and all of that. You guys remember the lift, pulley, and all of that from elementary school. Well, anyways, it does lift. The springs are located back here somewhere, but I probably won't even need to see all of that. But here's your temperature control. So you have your temp, you have your time. This does go up to 500 degrees. As far as the time, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure how much time or how many minutes it goes up to, because honestly I only use anywhere between 30 to 25 to 30 seconds is what I use. But both of those numbers will be indicated here, your temperature and your time, and then of course you have them indicated here as well, and you can adjust those accordingly to using these buttons right here. This knob is going to be your pressure knob. So if I'm not mistaken, it's righty tighty, lefty loosey. That same logic would apply to this knob. I have not touched mine since I got this heat press about a month ago. I haven't touched it. I just pulled it right out of the box, which I'll show you some pictures of how it came to me. But I literally just pulled it out of the box and plugged it right in. And then here's everything else. Of course, you have your standard, dangerous, caution, warning stickers. And here is your on and off button. And this right here is your cord. And as you can see, mine is leading to outside of my office, because if I plug it in here, it will short everything. So I keep mine actually outside of my office, but I brought it in here specifically for this video. So let's get into a couple of other details. Again, this is the 16 by 24 size. It is roughly about 85 pounds. So when it is delivered, it's going to be heavy. So ask for help because it is very heavy. It is 110 volts and 1800 watts, which means it is very powerful. So you are going to want to make sure you have some type of surge protector or, just a really strong electrical setup. And then max temp, we already said, is 500. How to lift and open it. Like I said before, it is a clamshell heat press. So it's going to lift just like this. Just like this. Now, once your timer runs out, you do hear a beep, which is nice and loud. And then of course you have to manually lift up the top of the heat press. It's not going to do it on its own like some of the fancier heat presses. As far as the type of foundation you would want to sit this on, remember I said this is heavy, so you definitely want something that is nice and sturdy. I'm using a wooden entertainment stand that we had, so that's what I keep mine on top of. You don't want to put this on a file cabinet. A desk may work, but anything with like wheels or a file cabinet or anything that's not sturdy, you don't want to put it on. and I showed you guys how to turn it on. I'm just looking at some notes, so just bear with me. There we go. And then as far as what you can use the heat press for, because this is one of the bigger sizes, you can essentially use this for anything. So your socks, onesies, any t-shirts, any other garments. I mean, you can put a pair of jeans up under here. If you want to put patches on the jeans, then you can do that. It is a really nice investment and a great starter heat press, seriously, because of, I mean, the size. You can't really get any better than that. It's under $500 and you get a nice sized, powerful heat press. Now, some of the pros that I will say is affordability. Again, under $500. It is $429.99 on Amazon. And it gets hot, which is probably the most important thing. Now, I haven't had any issues with any type of cold spots in my items, but the only way to truly check and see if the temperature is where it is exactly supposed to be is getting a temperature gun, which I don't have access to one at the moment. But for the most part, it's not, it gets up to where it's supposed to be, and it's very powerful. You can smell the heat off of this heat press. It just radiates heat. So it definitely gets hot. I don't know how many times I can say that, but it does get hot. I'm trying to think what else. The cons, there aren't really too many cons, besides the fact that it is heavy. But I mean, it's like metal, so it's going to be heavy. One of the major things though that I want you to be aware of is the warranty is only 90 days. So when you get your heat press, if you decide to move forward with this one, you will get a little care guide in your package that just tells you how to, use the heat press, gives you all the temperature settings and things like that. But it does say that the warranty is only 90 days. So that is something you do want to be conscious of. And if you can purchase an extended warranty through through another vendor or something like that, then I would highly recommend that you do that. Now, I will say my previous heat press that I had lasted almost 3 years, but I wish that I would have purchased a warranty, because when my heat press went down, I was essentially closed for about 2 months because I couldn't get another one. So I would highly recommend that you purchase an additional warranty if you can. And when you are checking out on Amazon, it will give you the option to do so. So definitely look into it. And then I'll also try to post a couple of pics of what the warranty information looks like on Amazon, so you guys have that. But overall, I really think it is a good heat press. It's definitely a great starter heat press. It comes with, let's go over here to my little area that's kind of messy. It comes with this Teflon sheet that you can put down, that you can lay down on the heat press before you put your items on there. So this is what comes with it, as well as the instructions, and then of course the heat press. It's very easy to use. It's very plug and play. Like, you don't have to do anything weird to it. You shouldn't have to adjust it too much unless you don't have enough pressure or you have too much. That would be the only thing that you really have to adjust, in addition to your temperature and your basic settings. But other than that, it's a great heat press for just starting out. Now, I do intend to get one of the fancy ones in the future, but for the time being, this one works perfectly. And I think that is pretty much it. I'll just do another walk around so you can see how everything is set up. And yeah, that's really it. pretty hot. This right here is your, I don't know the technical term for this, but you know, this is like your little cushion or pillow. Your caution stickers. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, so you shouldn't have any issues. You should only just have to plug it in, adjust your settings here, your pressure if need be, and then you should be able to get to work. So I will link everything from Amazon below, and I hope that you guys got a little bit more detail about this heat press. I haven't seen a lot of reviews on it. I don't know if people are just going for maybe just for the fancy ones or what's going on, but it's a good heat press. Honestly, this is my second one. The first one I had lasted me almost 3 years. I honestly would still have it if it didn't go down. So now we're rocking with this one, and it has done me good so far. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So I'll end it here. Everything that you guys need to know will be down below, and that is it. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.